If you're currently overtrading, then it doesn't mean that you're not cut out for this. In fact, it shows that you have the exact mindset and persistence which is needed to be profitable. All that's left is a small shift in your focus for you to put these traits to good use, rather than just making your P&L redder and redder. This small shift will make you realize that you're not overtrading because you're weak. In fact, there is nothing wrong with you. The reason you overtrade is all in your focus. You focus way too much on the money outcome and not the process to get there. Back when I started trading, I was blowing account after account because I simply couldn't hold myself back. I thought that the more I trade, the better I'll get, and then the more money I'll make. And everywhere I looked, I was beat down and told that I was just mentally weak. You need to be stoic and you need to be better as a human was the kind of advice that I heard all around. And to an extent, this can help. You've been told the same, like you can make a better routine and get more sleep so you're more awake at the charts, but that is just common knowledge. The foundational fixes that I'm going to talk about next is where everything is going to start to change. Where your previous focuses, so the money, start to become a reality and your previous losses actually mean something because your focuses are going to shift to the right place. Throughout my journey, I was constantly thinking about what kind of cars, that's a bad car, what kind of cars my money was going to buy, what color and what features my Lamborghini Urus is going to have. I never stopped to think about how much this was actually hurting me. And you and I put so much emotion into every single tick in the charts because of this very fact. When we're going up in profits, we're happy because we're getting closer to our goal. And when we're going down in profits, we feel like our goal is getting further away. But unfortunately, the chart doesn't give a fuck about your feelings or your emotions. It only cares about probabilities. Now, this might seem obvious to you, but you don't understand how far this is embedded in your brain. This isn't just something that you can brush off after becoming aware, but it is a first step, and it is not a baby step. We've been thinking of these goals since we were young, and we've likely never thought otherwise. And when you don't see these goals materialized into money after what you think is hard work, then it can almost start to feel like this just isn't for you. But now it's finally clear that you do have the ambition to get there. No profitable trader is much different to an unprofitable one. You're just looking in the wrong place. You put all of your effort into the executions because that's where the P&L is realized, and it isn't a dumb thought, but what you do next is dumb. And I see this all the time in the free Discord. You place trade after trade because the only way you're gonna make money is by trading, right? But in this game specifically, quantity is never ever gonna beat quality. And now we finally have the focus, but does your environment match it? And this is literally going to be the difference between setting yourself up for success or for failure. So make sure you listen carefully and take notes. I'm being completely truthful when I say do not quit your 9 to 5 straight away. It's a nice thought, of course, all of that free time. But if you've never seen success in trading in the form of either a payout or a certificate, then this is even more the case. You can't yet rely on trading to make you a steady income that a 9 to 5 does bring, because you've never even made a fabricated outcome yet. Unfortunately, your landlord does not care about a week's green P&L. I wish they did, but unfortunately they just don't. Needing a payout is only going to create desperation, and that is a cycle that is almost impossible to make out of. Create a stability outside of trading so you can minimize the emotional factors going into your analysis and your executions. Your emotions have to be separate from the tool that is literally capable of making you millions per year. So don't let it interfere. And this leads me to my next fix, which is going to mirror the previous one perfectly. And that's that you cannot be trading profitably if you're not financially stable. You'll just be trying to dig yourself out of the same hole with the same rusty, broken shovel. You cannot rely on trading to save you alone. You have to save yourself so then that trading can help the profitable version of you. So now we've uncovered the basis. You're overtrading because you're losing that you versus you battle. But now let's talk about how we actually overcome it. We've talked before about how shifting your focus from being goal-driven to being process-driven is the key to opening your mind to the rest of it. So if you haven't already, just get your mind out of that very unprofitable mindset. And once we have that financial safety net, we need to fix the charts. Here is the specific exercise that I want you to do. Now you've unlocked that gate from when you were young, we need to fill it with the right things. So you're going to go back and analyze a good week for you. And do this multiple times, only on weeks where you came out feeling like your plan was followed. What you should be paying attention to is the trade frequency. And what you're going to find over the long term is that on these good weeks, you take significantly less trades than those that are very in the red. And this is going to be the first time where you actually see the correlation between higher quality trades and a higher P&L. Find the average trade frequency out of all of these good weeks and keep a mental note. This number is going to be the maximum amount of trades you can take per week going forward. Having a finite amount of trades that you can take per week is going to make you second guess those lower quality trades. What if you take this setup and it stops you from taking another higher quality trade later in the week? But in the end, this all is only going to work if you have the discipline to stick to it. We've discussed what happens to you if you don't and why you overtrade. Literally, what is stopping you from taking that next step and not just becoming another could have been story like you always hear? Join the free Discord down below for some accountability. Once again, completely free. I also do trade breakdowns of trades I take all the time, so what's to lose? I also do have a VIP community where I'm mainly active for all of you who are ready to take that next step. I send all of my trade ideas before they play out, constantly talk to the VIPs throughout our session time, and do trade reviews on any trades that you've taken or are looking to take. And this isn't even mentioning any of the other resources, so if you're serious, I'm sure I'll see you in there. Like to save this for later, subscribe so I can keep dropping you knowledge, and comment what you think will benefit you or others coming into next week's charts. You're never alone, so what you think will help you will help other people more than you realize. I'll see you in the Discord or in the next video. Peace.